Hello. It's been a while. It's been about, what, a year or so. A lot has changed. My life has changed crazy degrees, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about why you should go bald. Not genuine advice, but some of the benefits I've found. Obviously, for some of you, maybe thinking, oh, what do you mean? You're not a bald man. I am a bald man. I am now bald. Yeah, but my life has changed. It's been a crazy year. But yeah, I've been bald for probably about, what month is it? Is it September? Probably about 7 months. You know, life is a roller coaster. Or is it a wave? Because a roller coaster, I mean, it can kind of go upside down sometimes, I guess. A roller coaster's kind of always, I think wave is a bit more of a better terminology because you kind of can't predict when it happens and the moon controls everything, and life's a wave. You know, some people surfing on it and some people can't swim. And sometimes you just forget how to swim and then you find a surfboard. So, yeah, that works. But yeah, I first started losing my hair probably about a year ago. It all started when my mate Leah said, Max, you've had a shit trim. Because I did have a haircut. I thought the trim looked quite nice. What she was referring to is these two penny-shaped sized holes in the back of my head, not actually in, but like as in like in the hair. And my hairdresser didn't say anything. I was like, oh, maybe she did it by accident. So I went, that's really weird. Went to the hairdressers. She went, oh, I thought you already knew about this. This is alopecia, which is a condition where you lose your hair. But yeah, she said this is alopecia. There's not much I can really do, but I'll kind of hide it for a bit. So I went, cool. Cut my hair quite short, and then I kind of just forgot that it was there. And then obviously when my hair's long like it was before, I didn't notice that it started falling out a lot more. The stress of losing hair stressed me out more. Yeah, that was wild. And then literally went kind of from 0 to 100 real quick. So that was in May. And then by December, there was a massive stripe going down the centre of my head at the back. That's when I started feeling a bit conscious about it, because then I started getting a patch at the top here and about here. I went to my barber here, who I really miss. You know, I can't see him now for obvious reasons, because it would be a bit weird. I guess we could hang out, but it's a bit weird if I show up to hairdressers. You know what I mean? Did me the best haircut I've ever had in my life, and I've never felt more confident, because all my anxiety about my hair and how I look was out the water, because I loved how my hair looks. I went, oh, that looks fantastic. If it stays like this, I'm fine. But I completely underestimated how long I had left on my hair. Because it got to New Year's Eve at a party, I noticed I had kind of this side of my head was all falling out. And it was literally to the point where I'd go to the toilet, kind of brush it over, and the part that I brushed over would fall out. Quite frankly, I looked like a crazy scientist, but I just wasn't feeling healthy. So that also wasn't helping due to the stress of my hair as well. And it got 2 weeks into the new year this year, and I decided to shave all my hair off. Luckily, my parents were in York and my mum came with me to the barber's. Now the barber did think I had something else and not alopecia. All honesty, I was just bawling my eyes out in the chair. I didn't say a single word to him. He just knew what I wanted because he saw the state of it. He obviously took the initiative and thought it was something else, which obviously we settled the ground, but that wasn't going to be the last time that happened since the haircut. And when people don't know what's caused it, people make assumptions. Of course, I had people, you know, thinking it was a dare, and then there was everything from donating it to asking if I donated it to charity. There was literally no hair to donate. If I did, I'd feel very sorry for the person receiving that hair. But that's the history of me going bald. So obviously benefits. There has to be benefits. There's always, as I said, there's always a there's a rainbow. You have to have rain to have a rainbow. And there's always a rainbow. I always think there's a rainbow. There's always a cloud with a silver lining. I don't necessarily know what that means. There must be a better... There's always a dragon and a dragonfly, you know? It's a dragonfly. Dragons and flies, flies aren't cool. There's a dragon there, you know? It's always going to be a dragon. We're moving on. You get the picture. So I think you should go bald because, well, for starters, I've saved so much money on shampoo. Ask me how much I've spent on shampoo. It's £0. It's £0 on shampoo. Just shower gel all over. So that's the first reason I'd say. Reason number 2, I'm waterproof. I don't think you understand that I'm waterproof. I've just started swimming again. God, what's happening here? I've started going swimming again. I've started going out to the gym a bit more. Obviously getting a bit healthier. That's too bro. And going swimming is fantastic. Nothing's, you know, getting wet. Nothing's getting in my face. I don't need a swim cap. I've saved money on that alone, on swim caps. I'm not sure how many I was buying in a year anyway, but that's a game changer. I already was the type of person who was a bit like kind of freaked out by, you know, having greasy hair or having to look after the hair, maintain hair anyway. I've only just kind of decided that, I guess. You know, the idea that that's not an issue anymore. It's game changing. I'm going on location, you know, on a shoot or something. It's raining, whatever. I just wipe my head with a cloth. Job done. More aerodynamic. I run faster, quite naturally. That's how it works. I look so much older. I haven't had an ID for the last 2 weeks. Well, for starters, my passport was getting renewed because I'm now bald, so I need a new photo. My driver's license was, I left in my friend Tom's car, which is stupid of me, but then he had to post it down. I mean, I had to go to Wetherspoons. I had to go to Spoons for my mate's leaving gig, and I just walked straight in because I took off the hat, which is great. Now there are some downsides, I will admit. Like, everyone keeps thinking I'm either a restaurant manager when I walk into a restaurant. That's happened twice. Or one time I went to a pub quiz and people thought I was running the quiz. As much as I wish I wasn't. That was also very strange. And also when I told them that I wasn't, they laughed and went, that's what I always say. What? Weirdly enough, being bald has grown me up years, like mentally as well. You know, all that, you know, I guess it's come off so quick. The hair, I haven't had that gradual kind of depression of losing hair, so it will just happen at once. Yeah, wigs are fun, so you can always put a good joke. Also, really good socially being bald in a way, not in the way of like, well, you know, it's not always the subject of conversation if I'm being honest, but if there's ever a dull moment or I feel like, you know, someone's not enjoying a conversation, whacking a quick bald joke in there, they'll love it. Whacking a quick, oh, where's my hair gone? Always bound for a laugh. If you can handle that, that's kind of a variable. It helps because I used to have really bad scalp eczema, which is a fancy word of saying dandruff. But I really struggled with that, and now I just use cream on my head, so that fixes that issue. Downside is when I sweat in the gym and I take off my hat, it is Niagara Falls. That is not good. It's a bit slimy. It's a weird substance. I'm still not okay with that. There's not many downsides to being bald, other than, you know, how self-conscious you are, and are you happy with your self-image and how you look. That's something that hasn't come easy, if I'm being honest. I mean, one thing that has sucked is losing eyebrows. You know, a lot of stuff gets in your eyes, surprisingly. But yeah, that's why you should go bald. Save money on shampoo, I guess. Don't have to worry about a bad hair day. When you're bald and you're in this situation or like this where there's nothing you can do about it, all you can do is experience it. The best thing to think about are those little positives. It's cool having hair, that's great. But for me, mentally, kind of thinking, do you know what, I've saved 5 minutes by not having hair. It's worth the investment of being stressed. And if my hair grows back one day, fantastic. But I've really learned not to miss it. It's cool. Obviously, I'm not saying go shave off your hair now. As I said before, without the support networks, without the friends, the family, keeping those connections tight. You know, this is no one's fault. This is no one's fault. This is, if not anyone's, mine. There's nothing really to be upset about. It's just, it's part of me. But yeah, that was pretty deep video there, and it's kind of my first one back, and I thought it would be a bit weird if I do a few videos where I just don't, actually that would have been really funny if I just don't mention that I'm bald, but I just thought I'd get out of the way with it because it's something I've been wanting to talk about, but I will be around at some point. But yeah, thanks for watching. Go bald. Yeah.
Ela sempre chega bem vestida, salto alto, saia colorida, nunca passa despercebida, feita para se apaixonar.